Hi everyone, I'm Marieanne, the Artsie Crafter. Welcome to my channel. This is about the third attempt I've made to make this video. I have a new iPhone and I'm having a few technical difficulties trying to operate it, but hopefully this will be more successful this time. I also had one phone call interrupt me while I was videoing. I forgot to put it on mute, but anyway. Let's get into today's video. This is the third and last little video for this little series where I'm using one template to make 3 layouts. So this is the final layout, and I'm using an envelope again, and this is it here. And I didn't want to be tearing all these pieces out on camera because it takes me a little while to get them all together, so I've just got them there, and I've already put a panel behind the windows so to cover up the ugly panel on the back of the envelope. So that's all ready to go, and I'm going to use all these scraps of paper to do a collage on the front there. And on the main page here I've got these 2 panels, and this one's already to go, and I'm just going to tear along that edge and ink the edge and then glue that on as my neutral background page. So I'll do those 2 things, and then I'll come back and we can get on with the next step. I've got all the panels down now, and I inked around the edges, and the background page is all ready to go. So I'll just put that aside for now, and we're going to work on this. So my next little job will be, I'm going to make a journal card to go inside this envelope, or I should say this pocket, and I'm using this image here. I think this is from a journal kit, but I don't know who. Might be Antique Papery, but I can't be sure where I got this from because it was a few years ago. And I've already the card, I've already got that prepared. This is a panel that I had painted on and then stenciled on, and I liked it so much, so I made a copy. I scanned it into my computer and then I printed it out. And the beauty about doing that is you've got it in your computer, you've got it on file, you can print it out as many times as you want, especially with images that you really like. This is from another kit. I don't know who that was, but and I'm going to this is the front image, but I'm making a frame out of this. So this is the back and this is the front. And then I picked up on the colors on here, a pink and that yellow. So that's what I'm doing with my frame, and I'm going to be moving it over this edge so that I'm going to put the picture on this side here, the image of the lady there, so that when I put this in the envelope, you're going to see her. Otherwise you won't see her if I put her in the center. So to do that, I'm going to put something on the edge here, which I've already got this ready. It's just a piece of ribbon, and I just glued on some, if you can see there, I glued on some, what do you call them? Some pearls. There. Seems to be very dark today. Don't know why, but anyway. So that's what I'm doing there, and I've got a little tab here that I'll attach later, so you'll be able to pull it in out of the pocket. So I'll glue this on, and this will be ready to go. There it is, and I'll glue this little piece on. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. And put it over where those 2 panels join. When the glue dries, I'll just trim off the edges, and that's our little journal card finished. And then I can just attach this. I'll do that later because I'm not quite sure whether I'm just going to staple it or glue it. I can do that later, so I'll put that aside for now. Until the glue dries. And this one, we'll get on with this here, and this will go in the center down here, and this will flip out. And I'm going to put a panel on the back there. I think I've already got it cut out. This is more of that paper that I made. And I'll glue that onto there. And then I made another panel for down here, which is already ready to go. And I backed it on some coffee dyed copy paper. And I'll attach that onto the bottom of the pocket because there's a bit of a raggedy edge on that bottom, so I'll cover that up with a little flip out or flip down. So it's going to be, so you'll have a flip down and then another flip down. And make sure it's got it at the right size. And then I cut this little birdie image out from a little diary that I'll put on the front there. So that will be that. And then I will, when you flip this over to cover up the join there, and I don't use washi tape or anything, so because otherwise I'd buy too much of it because I like to have a big variety when I have things. So yeah, it saves me having to buy any. I just use decorative strips of paper is good enough for me, and I'll just cover that up, decorative edge there, maybe put that in the middle, and so that will cover that join up. So that will be the flip down and that panel there. And as I said, this is going to be a pocket here, so I will go ahead and glue all that on, and we'll move on to the next step. There you go, and I'll just glue this on now. Or somewhere there. Been wanting to use this little birdie for a while now. So before we finished all of that, I'm wanting to do something up here, and I thought I would put a belly band on there, and cut out this panel here with a bit of scrap, and I thought I could put that across the middle there, and then you can tuck in some little tickets or something rather there. So I'll glue that on next, and I'll just gauge where the middle is, like that. Then I went ahead and I bought these, made these little pieces. This here is a little cluster with some laces and some ribbon and a butterfly, and I put a little pearl in the middle. And this here is a little label, and I just circled it with some pearls. So I thought that would go on there, and the little cluster can go up there. And then I cut out a little word, and it reminds me, it says gratitude, and it reminds me to be grateful to all you viewers that come and watch my videos and listen to me waffling on. I'm grateful that I have this YouTube channel, and it gives me an outlet or a way of sharing my hobby with everybody else, and hopefully I can with all the projects I do, I hope to inspire people to try out these projects for themselves. And so that's yes, I want to be grateful for that. So that I thought the little gratitude word would be very suitable for today, the way I'm feeling. So I will glue all this on, and it's just going to be difficult knowing where to glue without, I just put a little mark on either side perhaps, and I might be able to see that, so I don't glue it all together down, so it's not too much from the top. So hopefully I'll get it right, and I'll center that on, and then I will glue this. I'll use some fabric glue. I'll just make sure I didn't glue that panel down on my belly band. Seems pretty good. Okay, so that's, we can try out this card in the pocket, make sure that it fits. You can just see her there peeking through, so that's good. I'll take that out and I'll attach this to the page first, like that, and make sure I only glue this part down. And I'm going to use some fabric glue because it's a little bit bulky, and that was, I don't know whether I can fix it or not. I was supposed to make it a pocket, wasn't I? Silly of me. So I'm going to have to wipe all this glue off and let it dry and start all over again. So I'll leave it for a couple of minutes, and then in the meantime I'll just wipe some of this glue off where I don't want it. And let it dry. If I've got some powder here that I could put on if I had some talcum powder, but I don't. So if I just rub some powder on here, hopefully that stickiness will go away where I don't want it. Because you know, in moist weather sometimes that glue can reactivate, and I don't want that to happen. So I'll just do that. A little bit of powder of some kind. You can see where the glue is. That should be good enough, and I'll just leave that aside to dry while I attach the tab to the top of this, and I might glue it on. I might cut it a little bit shorter. Use the fabric glue. And just gauge where it's in the middle. Oops. I have to interrupt this program because when I had another little technical issue with my phone, it stopped recording and I ended up talking to myself. So it wasn't until I started to edit the video that I realized that this last little bit was cut out. So I'm having to do this again. So you'll see now, we didn't have much to do anyway. It was just a matter of gluing this into the journal, and to prove that I did get that pocket. You can see there that it will fit in a tag. I still only got that one tag, I've got to make some more, but anyway, there we go. That completes it. And then you've got the little journal card in the front pocket there, and that's all there is for this page. And that is the end of this little mini series, using making 3 layouts using the one template, or a variation of the what you call a traditional template. I hope you enjoyed this little series, and I'll leave a link in the description box below for the other 2 videos if you haven't seen them yet. This was a lot of fun to do, and a little bit behind in my videos because we're already into May, but never mind. I needed to get them done, and so I want to wish everyone a happy crafty day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.